That Canova is actually a bigot, and a fascist one at that. A Fago Lovers Anonymous. Oh, Peace by Francis E. Deck. Ask who I could go on for some time about how this feeble individual and what I've dubbed his sissy cord are bigots, but let me give you a clear example that will set the tone for this quick video. The Nova would not let me speak in the 2-hour screaming session he called an interview, where he spoke over me the entire time because he is afraid of what pale men have to say and does not want his audience to hear a pale man speak. Thus he turns their microphones down and speaks over them the very docs he was reciting. Down to saying he is reading screenshots of things I said on Discord in the past. Came from people who say racial slurs and post far-right memes on Discord. Very thing he alleged me of being so Hanover has no problem working with L. Fascist, he has no problem being a mouthpiece for fascist and white supremacists. Down to the 2-hour call existing because they came from my community page to his Discord to rile him up about talking to me, which he didn't do for 2 hours because Texanova, who threatened my life repeatedly over 2 YouTube comments, that's all it took for him to think it's okay to commit the crime of threatening to shoot me 12 times over 2 YouTube comments on a post about Patriot Front. But I also want you to know that he actually has no problem working with people who lust for children. Also, that's right, one of the other baseless accusations this fascist drifting off of targeting pale people and labeling them Nazis and Pdiddlers is, well, in fact, himself harboring Pdiddlers and being a mouthpiece for them as well. Spewing whatever they tell him to say, as long as they tell him it will get him the attention he longs for on YouTube. That's right, little 19-year-old Zenova, the Discord server owner who plays contemporary fascist mods of Hearts of Iron 4. And has a Tony Soprano profile picture. Is he in fact in cahoots with the caliber of person that loiters on Discord for their entire life at being sex offenders and political extremists who would thought, and again I know this because in his 2-hour spur session towards me that he so ignorantly streamed because I demanded it as proof that he has had bigoted sex offenders in his Discord, received digital files from them and then read them aloud on his stream without fact-checking a word of it because he was told by people running editing scam on Discord that if he keeps the money coming, the ViewBot packages will keep coming in and he will keep getting the odd genuine person to come by and watch his propaganda where he can cause division and conflict. And as the horde of the globalists die for the 4th time know this because he told me on stream in front of all witnesses that they were in his Discord giving him screenshots of things I said years ago, which he began reading aloud on stream with zero checking or vetting or vetting. But he is reading no context of what he is reading, as if anyone cares when I be written and ranted about how I death you all because all of you have discriminated against me and bullied me my entire life. And I humble you all with me. My fist regularly for it. He was just reading it, so he can act as if he's reading something. It's the new age equivalent of canned laughter meant for the brain dead. Hey, Tito, I'm on crowd. He was reading it too down to not knowing what to say once he realized he was reading a screenshot that was actually telling his audience that he was acting like a schoolyard bully to someone who actually had to fight people constantly because people wouldn't stop harassing me in school just because I was pale and deformed, so you did nothing but paint yourself as the man of questionable moral fiber who deserves nothing and has earned nothing. You come off as a hateful bigot targeting demographics you are told you are allowed to. Target for profit, you come off as a bad actor down to not understanding that we basically have the same genetic makeup. I just favor genes in our DNA, you do. Not which is why Impaler's stronger, smarter, and longer than you asked your girlfriend if you think him lying.